Welcome back to McAwee Outdoors. We're pretty excited. We got beautiful weather here in Missouri for the end of February, and all week's going to be gorgeous here. We got the boat back from the dealer. The Superguide V-14 is back to start doing some updates. We went ahead and cleaned up the trailer, cleaned up the boat, did some vacuuming and some stuff to it. We've already moved the jack back where it kind of needs to go. Just kind of looking down the boat. The fish finder does work. Transducer on the back I think's bad, and I don't know if we'll actually spend the money to replace it since we're looking at updating this fish finder anyway. Bilge pump works. Live well pump does not. We'll be checking that out. Nice surprise is our navigation lights front and back both work. Come on, just fine. We went ahead and repacked the wheel bearing and replaced them on the trailer. We plugged in the trailer lights, they all come on. We just need to replace that lens, and there's a light up on the fender that needs replaced. The motor got a complete service. New plugs, fuel filter, water pump, changed out the lower unit oil, and we put on some new cables for the shifting. Here's the transducer, which, looking at it, it might need replaced. Plus we got the mount down there where we need it replaced. So I don't know if we'll be replacing that because we're looking at going with a graph with some GPS. So we might not want to spend the money to get that fixed. So all in all, it turned out really nice. We're pretty excited this week. We got 60-degree weather pretty much all week. So I'm hoping to get some updates done on the boat, get it over to the lake and run it a little bit and just see what it's going to do. So stay tuned. All right, we're back with the first set of updates that we're getting ready to do. First thing we're going to do is address some things on the trailer. We've got the 5-foot guide-ons that we're going to be using. We looked at the 3-foot, and due to us mounting here and here instead of typically here, we thought the 5-foot would actually work better there because we're actually going to be bolting to this brace and to the brace up there and give us more guide-on ability. We're also going to be putting on a metal license plate bracket. I don't know why they don't put these on all trailers, but even my new tracker, it came with a plastic one, and it broke not long after coming up out of the water a couple times. So we're going to replace it with a metal one. We also got some boat buckles that ratchet that attach to the trailer. We're going to be putting that on. We did pick up a transducer mount for the Humminbird. I think we're probably going to take it back due to we'll probably be replacing the fish finder anyway with a GPS fish finder. But these are just a couple of the upgrades we're doing, and hopefully we'll get them done in the next couple days, and we'll get this boat on the water hopefully by Thursday and run it and see what it can do. So stay tuned. Big day here. We're at Smithfield Lake. It's about 50 degrees. The wind has picked up since we got here, but we brought the tracker Superguide V-14 for its first run on the water. Check out the motor and see how well it performs. Hopefully we won't find any leaks in the boat, but got some updates on the trailer real quick. We went ahead and went with the 2-foot guide-ons as opposed to the 5-foot due to we could not get the bracket to come over that fender. We did put LED markers there on the fender. We did change out the trailer lights for LED lights. The replacement lens was about as much as a new set of lights, and we put the boat buckles on, so, and the license plate bracket. So the trailer is ready to roll. Let's see if the tracker's ready to roll. Let's put this thing in the water. All right, we do not seem to have any water in the back. The bad side is doesn't seem like the bilge pump is working. The pump we heard is the live well pump. So we do have a live well pump, but we don't have our bilge pump. So that's going to be one of the first things we're going to have to fits, but it does not appear that the hull is leaking at this time. So, all right, I think we're going to try to brave out into the main channel and leave the no wake zone and say goodbye to the docks. Hopefully we don't get stranded. It's a little windy, so there we go. I guess we'll see what she can do. Made it back. Made it back to the dock. Everything seems to be running okay, so we'll get her loaded up and head back. All right, we made it back to the docks without a hitch. The motor ran really good. We did get up to full throttle, made a couple passes out on the main channel a little bit. Did notice that with my weight of about 235, boat does lean to the right with the side console like it is. Don't know if we can change some stuff in the back here with the battery and the gas tank and stuff and throw some weight back to the other side to kind of balance it a little bit better, but maybe not. The biggest plus is the hull is dry so far. No water coming in. The belage pump is bad though, I believe. We'll have to check the wiring first just to make sure, but it doesn't appear that it's going to be any good. So, all right, we brought the tracker back to Smithfield Lake. We're going to try it out on the main channel again, run it a couple times, try to get into a cove and try the trolling motor out, make sure everything's checking out on it. So far the only thing we found is the belage pump does not work, but all in all everything's running good. We did bring some fishing rods to try out a little bit of fishing. Maybe we can boat a fish today with the tracker and give you a first impression by the end of this video, so stay tuned. right, we made it back to the dock. First impression of the boat is it runs really well. GPS clocked us at about 26 miles an hour, which I did not think was too bad, considering we did have a little bit of rough water condition. The hull is dry, which is a big plus. The bilge pump is bad, which we'll be replacing it. The biggest concern we noticed is when you get up and kind of move around in this boat, you need to be moving kind of slow. If you move too quick, the rocking action side to side makes the boat a little bit unstable, which is something I'm not used to, but it's not that bad. If you had 2 full-size adults in this boat, it would be extremely cramped. But if you had an adult and a kid, it wouldn't be that bad. As we move up to the front, our first biggest problem we noticed is fishability. Me being 6'2" is my knees are in the dash of the bow. There's no good way around it that I can tell. A little tough to see the fish finder. I can move it back and get it a little bit better, but I'll have to move it every time I bring the trolling motor out of the water. I was having a hard time keeping my foot on the pedal, and I tried to move it around a couple times, and every time I did, the cables ended up in my lap. So we're going to switch out the post, which is an 11-inch post on this, and go with an adjustable post with a butt seat and see if that don't help with the fishability up front for me. Don't know how much more money we'll be sinking into the boat at this point until we addressed the fishability up front, but so far it's been a good little boat. Look forward to trying to get a couple more things fixed on it and do some more updates and get it on the water and try to fish out of it. So if you could do me a favor, hit the like button down below so this moves up through the YouTube algorithm quicker, and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. The next video, part 3, is going to be on some of the electronics that we are putting on the boat, which we've already got the Piranha Max 4DI hooked up. It's already on the bottom of the trolling motor, and we have a Helix 5 SI GPS here on the dash with a balls out mount. So we'll be talking about that in video 3, so stay tuned.